So, I am back. I finally built a Giratina team. It's not good. Technically, I made two of them. I was just in the middle of trying to record a match with one, and OBS completely froze on me, so I ended up losing the footage there. But anyways, I won the match at least. Knowing my luck, though, I'm probably not going to be able to recreate that. So, anyways, I am not very trusting of this at the moment, so let's see what I can find. So I technically built two Giratina teams yesterday. One was more defense-oriented, and the other one that I'm bringing today is trying to fix some of the problems the first one had, because the first one was really weak to sleep. Out of the initial 5 matches I did, all 3 of them that I lost to involved sleep in some way. So, here's the team. Coco, Gigas, Weezing, Giratina-Alter, Pheromosa, and Celesteela. So the idea was, behind the initial team was Coaching Pheromosa into Giratina. If Giratina lives a super effective hit, that procs weakness policy. In theory, this could also work with Origin Form Giratina because higher offensive stats, because Origin and Alter, the difference is their attack and defense stats are inversed. So Origin has base 120 in both attack stats, whereas Alter has base 120 in both defense stats. Giratina has base 150 HP, which is very good. The problem is I think whereas there's so many Dragon Legendaries out there that it's not bad per se, it's just overshadowed. First opponent for this recording has a Lugia team. It also has Stakataka, Seismitoad, Raikou, Galarian Zapdos, and Wash Rotom. So, Stakataka gets Trick Room. That's interesting. Lugia, I've never battled before. At least in this gen. I might have battled it in previous gens, but I don't know. Giratina looks very tempting. One thing that I did find is a lot of people just assume that I'm running special, so they'll go for moves like Eerie Impulse, which I'm okay with. I think Coco and Celesteela might be good in the back. I want to lead Pheromosa and Giratina. I took a little bit of inspiration from my last Kyogre video, the Crit-dra is King video, where my last opponent, spoilers if you haven't watched that by the way, but my last opponent used Coaching Pheromosa into Solgaleo, which is obviously much stronger than Giratina, but I figured why not try that and try to do a little bit of speed swap shenanigans as well. Giratina's lowest stat is its speed, which isn't a problem for me. This Giratina is an adamant nature, so if I wanted to give it Pheromosa's base 151 speed stat, I could just have Pheromosa speed swap. And the idea is I get off of Coaching, Pheromosa probably is brought down to its Sash, and then I just go for a speed swap as I'm going down, and now I have a fast Giratina with +1 into both attacks. I think Max Quake into Raikou is good here. There's probably going to be some kind of screen. And I'm going to just try to go for a straight close combat into Rotom. Will-O-Wisp off Rotom could be bad, assuming this isn't Nasty Plot Dynamax Rotom, because I've gone up against that fairly frequently. I think I've run into that a few times in previous videos. I know for sure I've gone up against Rotom Heat with Nasty Plot, and I've gone up against Rotom Wash. Also trying to remember if these things get Eerie Impulse too. That said, physical attacker, so I'm not worried about Rotom potentially going for that. And whereas I have Pheromosa on the field, my opponent might just assume Giratina's special and go for a late screen in that way, but they might just go for Reflect, which would be very misfortunate for me. Okay, so I dodged the Will-O-Wisp with Giratina, which would have been very bad if that had hit. That said, I'm okay with that. Oh, they got their bases covered. They got Snarl and Will-O-Wisp. So yeah, that's all right. Thanks for proccing my weakness policy, by the way. Yeah. So Pheromosa did a good amount of Rotom, but the fact that Rotom outsped it tells me it's Scarf, which I don't like that. Raikou is gone, that's okay. So not a bad start to this. Yeah, anyways, Giratina is doing a thing. Okay, so there's Galarian Zapdos. I'll go for the Steel Spike. I want to go for a Phantasm, but the problem here is I don't want to proc Defiant. I really do not want to do that, because this is probably the Dynamax Pokemon, and if it is, that's gross. I'm assuming they're going to try to Will-O-Wisp with Rotom. If I'm right, it's Scarfed, and they're going to try to Will-O-Wisp my Giratina. In terms of coverage, Zapdos could Airstream me, which could be bad. Oh, I'm actually faster than the Rotom? Huh. Okay. Weird. I'll have to rewatch the playthrough on that when I'm editing this, but anyways. Rotom's gone. Pheromosa is getting a speed boost. Not that it really matters, because Pheromosa is probably the candidate of this max Airstream. And yeah, okay. Well, Pheromosa did what it did. The big thing is the reason why I put it on this team was for coaching and speed swap, but close combat and U-turn are just so that Pheromosa isn't a sitting duck, or a sitting roach, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. So I got a Steel Spike and I got a Max Quake. I also have my weakness policy, which is very, very nice. What is going to be their last Pokemon? It's the Lugia. Okay. So you've probably got a multi-scale, because I don't see why you would run pressure, and it would have told me you had pressure by now. So, whereas I'm at +2 physical attack, I think a Phantasm might be safe into this thing. And I'm going to Gleam. A little bit of chip into Lugia that way. Celesteela has a Power Herb. Oh yeah, I'm in a very safe position there. Celesteela can come in, Power Herb, Meteor Beam the Lugia. Earth Power, okay. Yeah, never mind, okay. That stinks, but I should be doing massive damage to this Zapdos. Good. Zapdos is gone. Lugia takes a defense drop as well. So the idea here is Celesteela should realistically be able to survive a hit from Lugia, because this thing is bulky more than anything. So I'll try to proc the multi-scale with Celesteela, and I'll go for the Shadow Force into Lugia. Shadow Force breaks Protect. Pretty sure Phantom Force does that as well. And Shadow Force is the original that Phantom Force copied, because, you know, Giratina, Gen 4, Phantom Force, Gen 5 move. Capiche? I don't know why I'm saying things the way that I'm saying them today, but that's not new for me. And battle's canceled. Okay. Good game from my opponent. Kind of wanted to see the last little bit, but oh well. I will look for another opponent. Okay. Let's see what's coming next. So, between the two teams that I did, I don't think I got into the exact specifics, but basically I won 8 matches between the two of them yesterday and lost 13, so numbers. Not great. That's why I'm not very happy with this team. Like I was saying earlier too, I think Giratina has potential, I just don't think it has the most optimal viability because of what it has as counterparts. So this is probably the only Giratina video I do. Alright, Ho-Oh team. This looks like the team that I went up against in the Crit-dra video. Interesting. Now, Giratina does not like Dracozolt. It does not appreciate Tyranitar or Landorus. I should bring it anyways. I don't know. Coco would be good here if I could Dazzling Gleam the Dracozolt. The Tyranitar's probably weakness policy. Lapras could be either Life Orb, Assault Vest, or Light Clay. If it's not weakness policy. My Regigigas has Thunder Punch for stuff like Lapras and Ho-Oh and Kyogres. So Gigas might be good here. I think I'm going to bring Wheezing Gigas as the lead. Giratina might be good in the back. And I think Celesteela, maybe? I don't think Pheromosa does much. Coco would have been nice, but eh. The biggest problem here is I don't have a realistic way of changing the weather away from sand, so I'm scared that I might get swept by Dracozolt here. I might. I don't know. Lapras Amoonguss. Okay. That screams Aurora Veil to me. And I really do not want to take a Spore here either. On the off chance that they are going to Spore, I'm going to attempt to Max Lightning the Lapras. If they Max Guard Lapras, that's misfortunate because I don't get my Electric Terrain. The Amoonguss could maybe Rage Powder and redirect it, which isn't the end of the world, because then I can just Max Strike it the follow-up turn, and it'll have Chip, so even if they get Aurora Veil up. Okay, so we are maxing. This is definitely a different person than the person I ran up with the Kingdra team. Now that I'm thinking about it too, it's pretty similar, but there might be a little bit of a difference. I get the Max Lightning into the Lapras, which makes me think there's a Spore coming, or attempting to come. Toxic would have been nice for Lapras too, because that would have put Lapras on the timer. This is probably Wheezing. Yep. Yeah, it's Wheezing. That said, Wheezing took that like a champ. Bulky Wheezing. After all, this is the Wheezing that was able to survive a Max Strike off of another Regigigas, so I mean, that's not much of a milestone for Lapras because Wheezing is my Wheezing is more physical than my it's more physical. Yeah. Anyways, it's a physical Wheezing in terms of defense rather than special words. Yeah. All right. I'm assuming Rage Powder, but I'll try to get rid of the Lapras. The longer their Dynamax is on the field, the more damage it can potentially do to me. And the electric terrain was nice, because now they just wasted a turn with their Amoonguss. If they Rage Powder me, that's fine. You have some chip damage, you might have defense boosts, but I'm doing a lot to you. And because of neutralizing gas, your regenerator won't kick in when you switch. I could have Max Dark. Max Darkness wouldn't have done anything for me. I was thinking special defense boost or drop into Lapras, but the only one that would benefit from that is Weezing. Max Geyser, alright. Into Weezing again. So, they set Rain. Amoonguss is down. They could have their 2 Sand Pokemon in the back, or they could have Landorus and Ho-Oh. If it's Landorus, what I could do is I could Max Strike it, or even Max Strike Lapras, and then that way I can get a Speed Drop into them. If it's Tyranitar, I Speed Drop the Lapras, or Strike the Lapras. Oh, it's Dragozolt. Oh, and it's shiny. I am digging the shiny on the Dragozolt. I'm going to Toxic the Lapras, and I'm going to Max Strike the Dragozolt. Will-O-Wisp would have been better for Weezing because it would cut physical attack, but at the same time, it's an accuracy game between Toxic and Will-O-Wisp, and Toxic does more damage over time because of the way how poison works, or rather, that's the way how badly poisoned works versus regular poison. Dragozolt could be faster. I don't think they would sack their last turn. Oh, it is faster than me. Gross. Oh, it's Life Orb too. That said, this is going to hurt the Dragozolt more than it's going to hurt me. Yeah. Dragozolt is down. I wonder what the last Pokemon is. The other thing is if I remember right too, Toxic from a poison type is guaranteed to never miss. If I remember right, I could be wrong. I've been wrong in the past, and I will probably be wrong in the future. Weezing is down, unfortunately. That's okay. Gigas' Dynamax is up. They've got 2 Pokemon left, and one of them is badly poisoned. And even though Regigigas does have the problem of having its slow start, it can still do a lot of damage. Shiny Ho-Oh. Alright. Celesteela. I have Rain in my favor, which is nice. I'll try to Meteor Beam the Ho-Oh. The only thing that would suck is if it protects or goes for it, or I miss. And I'm going to knock off Ho-Oh. Thunder Punch would get a benefit from the terrain, but I don't want to. I don't want to let Ho have whatever item it is. Celesteela is faster than my Regigigas when Slow Start kicks in too. Oh, there's Protect. Okay, that's fine. Celesteela's got a special attack boost. I'll have one more turn of Rain to reduce Fire's damage. It would actually be kind of ideal if I lose Regigigas this turn too, because I can bring in someone else. Celesteela avoids the Hydro Pump too. That's nice. Great. Let's see. There's 2 more turns of Rain and 1 last turn of Electric Terrain. I am confident enough in the poison on Lapras that I can ignore it. Oh, it was going to Brave Bird into Gigas. That's fine. A little bit of chip damage there. Oh, they can protect next turn. Shoot. That said, I'm at +2. And I have Coco. How much is this going to do, though? Oh, that was a lot, actually. That's a... Lapis goes down to poison. To my knowledge, Ho-Oh does not have any spread moves either, so... Oh, it's Giratina. I thought it was Coco. That's alright. So, I'll go for the Shadow Force. They have to protect through the Meteor Beam, but Shadow Force is going to hit like a truck. Ho-Oh is like Kyogre in the sense that its physical defense is nowhere near as good as its special defense. And I'm guaranteed to hit it with Shadow Force. Well, it's 100% accuracy, so technically I'm guaranteed to hit it. And it breaks through Protect. So there's the Sacred Fire, that's fine. I could have played that better, maybe went for an Air Slash before trying to Meteor Beam it with the Power Herb, but that's fine. Oh, this thing's... Yeah, this thing's bulky. I'll go for a Dragon Claw. Oh, we're gonna do this. Alright. We are actually gonna boil down to this. Alright. Oh yeah, Aurora Veil. I forgot about that. Brave Bird. Whatever you do to me and yeah, you're gonna take a good chunk of recoil. Oh yeah, that's much better. I think they have to recover this turn, which is fine. So I'll dodge whatever they throw at me. I mean, they'll probably just double recover, which is fine. It's only a matter of time before either I do a lot of damage to them or I get a crit. Wait, are we speed tying? No. Okay, that's right. I forgot they doubled recovered. Alright. And of course they get a crit on me. Nice. That said, the crit kind of helped me because they took more damage and recoil. Yeah, that was a little bit painful, that last bit, and that's kind of reinforcing what I was saying about Giratina a little earlier. It could be much better. I mean, I am using the more defensive version than the offensive version too, but anyways. I got to show off Regigigas a little bit, in addition to it getting its own video at the end of Series 7, and Giratina got to do some stuff too. Also, good game to my opponent, even though we were in a little bit of a weird stall out. Anyways, it is what it is, it's all part of the game. So, we managed to get 2 wins with the Giratina team. Like I was saying, I did not have much success with it, testing it out. And to be honest, I'm not very confident in it, so that's where I'm going to cut it today. Instead of doing 3 matches, I just wanted to kind of see what I could do. I don't think I'm going to win a 3rd match with it. So what I figured I would do is instead maybe show a little bit more in-depth into the team, and then that way, if you guys have any suggestions as well, you could have a little bit more knowledge to look into this. So the first thing on the team here is Tapu Koko. The idea was to set electric terrain to prevent Spore. Giratina and Regigigas are both very weak to sleep, especially if they don't wake up, because they're sitting ducks. Sleep is a very strong status condition. So the moves on Coco are Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Dazzling Gleam, and Grass Knot. And Grass Knot's a little bit of a weird choice because of the format with Dynamax, because weight mechanic-based moves do not work on Dynamaxed targets. But the idea was Grass Knot can hit any ground types, because Coco struggles otherwise. And it's choice spect, so that I could take advantage of Coco having more firepower, because Coco's physical attack is better than its special attack, but its special move pool is a bit better than its physical move pool. And it's pretty generic, 252 special attack, 252 speed. Next we have Regigigas. So in the original team, Regigigas and Weezing were not on this team. Instead, I had Torkoal and Lilligant instead, with the idea of bringing Sleep of my own with Lilligant and Eruption shenanigans. But the firepower just wasn't quite there, so I figured maybe get Regigigas onto the team, which by default means bring Weezing, so that I could take advantage of Pheromosa's coaching a little bit more. So this Regigigas is actually max attack, almost max HP, with a tiny little bit of speed investment, and I think a little bit of defense. It's very small to see and hard to make it out. The other thing is I'm technically colorblind, so seeing some colors are a little harder than others. So that's all I really have to say there. Because you guys saw Regigigas in battle, I'm not going to linger on the moveset too much. Just Giga Impact, knock off for utility, and hitting Shedinja, because when I was testing this team, I ran into someone with a goddamn Shedinja. Thunder Punch sets electric terrain in case Coco doesn't come to the match. I did get rid of Fire Punch too for Thunder Punch. Weezing, Calm Nature, but heavy defense and HP investment. I want to say it's something. I want to say it's something like 196 into both in terms of EVs, and then the rest into special defense. Sludge Bomb, Taunt, Toxic, Protect. Same with Regigigas. You guys saw Weezing a good amount in the last battle, so you guys have already seen its moveset. And the star of the show, Giratina. So I have max attack investment on an Adamant Nature to try to squeeze out as much mileage on the base 100 attack stat. I have 12 EVs into speed, because if I get a scenario where Tailwind or Max Airstream goes off, and I'm realizing this after the fact too, so I would have gotten Airstreams off of Celesteela, but I didn't have an actual Tailwind user. I was debating on bringing Tornadus with Brutal Swing and Tailwind for Giratina, but it just kind of slipped my mind when I put this team together. So I might try Tornadus with Giratina and have a little bit of success that way. Then as far as the rest of the EVs go, it's 20 in both defenses and HP. And that was just so that I could get it to 251. Because the way how it would break down if I got, say, burned or leech seeded, having the number end on 1 would have been better than having the number be higher on the HP stat, so that's why I did that. Pheromosa, max attack, max speed. This thing is super frail, so the item on it is Focus Sash. And then finally, Celesteela. So Celesteela, I have Modest. There's my moveset: Flash Cannon, Air Slash, Flamethrower, Meteor Beam. Celesteela's gotten its own team before. It's been in the Regirock videos. Can't really put much emphasis on it. In terms of EVs, max special attack, quite a bit of investment into HP, and then just a tiny little bit of speed and defenses, so that when I, say, get my second Airstream, and I'm pretty much starting to outspeed things. The defenses are EV'd so that any Pokemon with download gets a physical attack bonus instead of a special attack. Mainly Porygon 2s, but now that they're running Eerie Impulse, this could be subject to change. So, yeah. Anyways, that's Celesteela. Oh, and its power. So, that is the entire team. I hope you guys enjoy it. And, yeah, if you like seeing this too, like where I go through the team, let me know. I probably won't do it at the end of every video. Like if I keep up my pattern, with the exception of Giratina, where I do 2 or 3 videos, I'll probably do it on the third or second video. And if the video goes a little bit shorter than the other one, that works out perfectly to fill out some time. And if you don't like this, well, this is the only video I've done on so far. So there's that. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.